GLP1 weight loss for men. Now, I've got a very supportive community on this channel, and I thank every single one of you that watches these videos, male, female, young, and old. At this point, my community has grown to nearly 1,000 subscribers, and you, right now, of course, have subscribed, right? You're going to get in before the 1,000 subscribers because I've got a special surprise for everybody when I hit 1,000, that is. But I'm able to offer a specific, unique perspective of my weight loss journey compared to, the female weight loss journey. Because I'm obviously a man that has man boobs, and I am a man that has the man belly, and I am a dad of 2 kids. I have a full-time job and I'm working hard. Now, I'm not saying that women don't have this. Please don't cancel me. What I mean is I can't give the female perspective. And there's many female creators within this space that can. In fact, there's a lot of them in the comment section down below. So if you're female and you've got a GLP weight loss kind of diary journal, please comment down below so we can even this out. I just want to share my views as a guy on this kind of chap. One of the things that men tend to find as we put on weight over time is that if you're not physically stupidly fit and shredded, then you have to kind of be seen as either the big burly man or the man that can do everything. Some people worry that they're not too big, not too buff, and some people worry that they're too big and chunky, right? But the element of male pride is one of the things that kind of kept me away from losing weight for so long. It's kind of socially acceptable for a man to be cuddly, have a little bit of weight behind them, have a little bit of strength to push stuff. We're expected to take the stress, the strains, the lifting. Once again, please don't cancel me. I am aware that these are stereotypes and everybody is different. But over the years, the last 4, 5, 6, 7 years, I slowly put on weight. I took on a lot of stress. I comfort eated a lot. I gave those big manly cuddles and I looked after my kids and my partner. But I never really truly looked after myself because, let's be honest, blokes don't. They take the stress, they feel it for half a second, and they cram it down into their chest, hoping that it disappears. And if it doesn't, they'll just drop dead of a heart attack at the age of, 50. It's slightly different for me. My childhood was hard. I lost my dad when he was 46, 47. I was 16, 17. He had a drinking habit, but he'd also not been living with us for 2-3 years. He had been a big dude, 50-inch waist. He was 5'3", 5'4", but through his drinking, he lost a lot of weight in the last 2-3 years of his life, easily dropping under half his weight through just not eating. That kind of trauma kind of bakes it into you as a kid. And as a lad, I was now the only man in the house, even at the age of 16 and 17. And I feel the pressure of being the man of the house to make sure that everybody's okay. But also the family kind of disintegrated when dad died because my sister was old enough to move out. My mum, bless her, just checked out mentally and I kind of looked after myself. And I've always been able to be good enough to kind of adapt. The problem with this is I believe that's where my emotional eating stems from. Because if I'm stressed, I'll eat. If I'm happy, I'll eat. To feel safe, I would eat. So on these GLP-1 medications, I had to get past the idea that if I was having a bad day, I could binge eat. Because GLP-1 kind of takes that away from you. Not as much as bariatric surgery. Like imagine you have the urge to eat, but you can't because your stomach is always full or non-existent. Whilst these jabs help you with the emotional eating, the food noise, I can still eat naughty shit. I just don't fancy as much of it. If I was having a bad day, I'd eat 5, 6, 7, 8 packets of crisps quite easily. Now, anything more than a large packet of crisps, 1 or 2, and I don't want it anymore. I'm not disgusted by it. I just don't want it anymore. So I wanted to touch upon how losing weight is good for any guy, really. I hit 27 stone at the start of January. It had been creeping up on me over the last few years, and I'd had a few years where I'd lost weight and a few years where I gained weight. I lost a couple of stone for my best mate's wedding. I got to 24 stone at one point and dropped back down to 20 stone when I first moved up to Yorkshire around about 15 years ago. But then it just, as I said, slowly creeps on through life and you don't realize it, or you do. But from my perspective as a bloke, you just kind of shrug it off. Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, fine. Yeah, fine. But it just wasn't fine in January and I just wanted to get it sorted. I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't well mentally, I wasn't well physically. And the uplift that these medications have given me has helped me be kinder to myself, healthier for myself, a better dad to my children. And now I'm 2.5 stone down as of this morning. I can see a light at the end of the tunnel because for so long, I'd just be resigned to the fact that, okay, I'll put on 0.5 stone a year every year. If I'm lucky, I'll just maintain for the year, but I'm still fat compared to the year prior. I'm looking now at the fact that I've lost 2.5 stone in around about 4 months. I've got another 4 or 5 months worth of the jabs already banked for. So that's another 2.5-ish stone maybe by the end of the year, which would put me around about 22 stone. And I've not weighed 22 stone since my best mate's wedding 6 years ago. And I felt so happy to get to 22 stone after losing some weight then. I'm feeling ecstatic now. I know that every stone that I'm losing is a few more years with my kids. I'm looking forward to emerging from this fat man cocoon. Now, I don't ever expect to be the ultra ripped, ultra lean man. And I'm not worried that I'm losing that protective girth because I know I'm healthier now. I know that I can help my kids physically more now. I know that I can protect them now more than I ever could. I can run after that idiot that causes them harm. I know that hopefully I'm not going to fall over at the same age as my dad. I know that I'm making positive steps towards my life. And that combined with a lot of environmental things at the moment where I'm looking for the next chapter in my life, the next place to live. So you'll see this background change at some point. I'm looking forward to it. And I just thought, as me to any other dude that wants to go on these jabs, I thought I'd have this kind of blokey chat with you to make you realize that losing weight helps you. Being fat isn't good for you in the long run. There's not many big 50-year-old men because of the stress, the strains, the emotional pressure that we go under. There's certainly not many big 60-year-old men. I knew that hitting 40 and being this weight was my last chance to really roll the dice and save myself. Because if in 5 years' time I was still at the weight that I was in January, it would become harder and harder to lose this weight. I'd be more entangled in other things, other stresses, other strains. In 5 years' time, my son will be coming to the end of like junior infant school and he's autistic. So I don't know what kind of complications that could cause. My daughter in 5 years' time will be starting her exams, right? And the stress and the strain that's involved with that. Both of them will then be moody preteens, right? Because let's be honest, teenage years start at the age of like 8 or 9 and they just get worse and worse, right? So you owe it to yourself as a man to invest in yourself. Because yes, for years you may have been investing in your family and other people, but if you don't invest in yourself for the next couple of years, you won't be around by the end of it. And that's truly a message for myself in the past. That's truly a message for myself in the future. I want to lose this weight. I'd love to get below 20 stone in the long run, because that would mean 7 stone down. And then I'll see how I go from there. But the fact that I'm losing weight makes me much more active. Means I can go for those walks in the park or the woods with my kids. I can run around soft play areas with them. I don't have to be the fat dad at sports day, running last in the 100 meters, losing my pride. You know, I am aware that this has been a waffling video. Hopefully it helps some of you out there. Once again, if you're female and you can give me the opposite side of this, the female perspective, please leave a channel link below or even the video. If you are new around here, subscribe and we can lose the weight together. I'm Alan. I'm losing it. Are you?